Hi, thanks for being here. It's Tuesday, it's the 11th, and it's another hot one in the neighborhood. More to come. We've got a rather weak disturbance that's going to mix things up just a bit and give us a chance of some showers and a few storms. On that note, on this day in our weather history, this 11th day of July. Back in 1984, some significant winds downed trees in a lot of eastern Kentucky, not so much in the viewing area, but closer to the likes of Leslie and Perry and Harlan counties. 2-foot trees in diameter felled by winds, and debris actually from a roof went into a van and injured a young boy at the age of 8. Later on 1990, closer to the viewing area, on today's date, more high winds, downing a lot of big trees in West Liberty, blocking streets, taking down power lines, and causing injuries that I know. It's just the heat and dealing with, as we will for another day in the neighborhood, heat and humidity continuing, and things start to change and temperatures start to back off still on your Thursday. Your forecast has changed in the past 24 hours. I'll tell you how in just a few moments. A young fellow recognized during a city council meeting last night for caring when other folks just really didn't give a care. That will start off coverage and we'll go throughout the rest of the meeting thereafter. And another escapee from an eastern Kentucky jailer. It happened right near the Magoffin-Morgan County line last evening. And the Magoffin County Rescue Squad took to the air to try to help locate him. He has since been found and arrested, and an update on another man still missing after eluding a Magoffin County jailer, and a lot of other news and information before we leave you this evening. Looking elsewhere real quickly, Mitch McConnell, just after announcing that the Senate will delay its recess for a period of about 14 days to continue to write and update and work on legislation, also says that he will be unveiling a revised health care bill this week, this Thursday, with hopes of a vote taking place next week. This, of course, as GOP leaders continue to try to come up with legislation that will replace and do away, at least in part, with Obamacare, one of the still mostly contested topics of discussion on the national level. And, of course, I returned just yesterday after a week's vacation, much of it spent in Florida. Some of that, I just didn't have time to transfer the video, but on a couple of evenings I captured some really intense lightning. It was really magnificent to watch, but at the same time, it had run ourselves and other beachgoers out of the water and off of the beach on numerous occasions throughout the afternoons. But on that night, it was something to see, and it is something to take very, very seriously, not just here, but anywhere you are, and certainly when it's as intense as it was. And a case in point is a Kentucky man who died in Florida when he was hit by lightning. He was camping. He was outside of the tent when it happened. 35-year-old Jeremy Harper, who said to have been from Cloverport, Kentucky, was camping last night. Now, this is down in the Panhandle area of Florida when he was on a family reunion with members of his family and was struck by lightning. The lightning actually struck a tree and knocked him to the ground, and he was pronounced dead just earlier this morning. No one else in his family or party were injured, but a fatal lightning strike for the Kentucky man nonetheless. And of course that comes on the heels, as you may have heard, of a Letcher County young man who died in a drowning in the Carolinas just last week while on a family vacation as well. I'm going to take a very short pause. When we come back, we'll pick it up with a special recognition of a young man, a 17-year-old, a teenager, recognized for, caring about his city. From there, we'll go on through other coverage, including, we'll go through the entire list of the agenda of last night's Paintsville City Council meeting when I return. Stay tuned.
To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband. Parkway Pharmacy, now open earlier from 8 a.m. until 6 in the evening to better suit your schedule and lifestyle, and to help you get better and live a healthier life. And if allergies are bogging you down, they're armed with the very best in over-the-counter relief for adults and your children. Reach owner pharmacist Jesse Rudd and his assistant pharmacist Megan Castle and their staff at 8 o'clock in the mornings or at 349-4400. Get your $10 tickets now for the 14th annual and perhaps biggest community day yet, featuring the incredible Rhonda Vincent and the Rage, and other headliners like the Dave Atkins Band, the Edgar Loudermilk Band with Jeff Autry, Toddy Preston and the Black Powder Express, and many, many, many more. And all the food, fun, games, and fabulous prizes that you can stand, all for just $10, and kids 12 and under, they get in for free. Community Day in the Ramey Park in Sagersville is Saturday, August the 19th.
Hi, I'm Attorney Jeff Lovely. At my law office, we're determined to offer you and your family outstanding, cost-effective, and responsive legal services. I can help you if you've been injured in a car wreck. I'll be in your corner if you have a DUI or other criminal charges. You can file bankruptcy and stop those harassing phone calls, or I'll fight for you and your children in divorce and custody cases. For all your legal services, contact me when it matters. In Sayersville at 349-4522, and West Liberty at 743-1965.
Paintsville City Council last night discussed in part a variety of topics, everything from taking over the Paintsville utilities to defunding the Main Street program, as well as a host of other topics. But the meeting began with some good news on a couple of fronts. And first of all, it was to express the pride that they had in 17-year-old William Blazer, who took his pride for Paintsville to the plaza and all by himself. For several hours, picked up the trash, the debris, the garbage, the messy, stinky garbage left behind from the 4th of July celebration in Paintsville.
Mr. Blazer, this young man took it upon himself to clean the plaza up after the 4th of July. Is that correct? And you had to go into your mother's workplace and ask for garbage bags, correct? Yeah. You take me back to the old days. And young man, we are extremely proud of you as a council.
Absolutely.
And myself as a mayor. And we would like to present you this certificate for distinguished community service. Mr. William Blazer.
Last week, the Johnson Central grad who's on his way to U-Pike came to see his mom at work in the plaza and thought that the mess that he saw in the parking lot was unsightly and did something about it. A story of giving back when others really didn't give a care. And there was some other good news that came before the council in the form of a nearly $100,000 grant for Paintsville and Johnson County 911.
Gary McClure, can I read this off, please?
Yes, sir.
So this is going to happen, correct?
Yes, sir.
Couldn't find you there in your glasses. On behalf of Governor Matt Bevin and the Kentucky Office of Homeland Security, the Kentucky 911 Services Board is pleased to announce a grant in the amount of $98,199,000 has been awarded to the City of Paintsville as part of the 2017 competitive grant cycle for the following 911 call center project, and I'm assuming that's to upgrade the radio side of dispatch, correct?
That is correct. Yes.
Moving on to other items, there was discussion of the Code Enforcement Board and updating an ordinance pertaining thereto to give the city more options when it comes to cleanup and maintenance of abandoned or dilapidated buildings, abandoned properties or areas within the city limits. And on a somewhat related matter, Councilman Lewandowski mentioned that during a recent cleanup under the Veterans Bridge and in other parts of downtown Paintsville, they found dozens and dozens of used syringes and needles that had been discarded by drug users, after which the council voted to approve a needle exchange program through the Johnson County Health Department, aimed at reducing the spread of infectious diseases, tagged as a harm reduction program. And then some time spent discussing The Paintsville Utilities requesting the city approval of borrowing $4.9 million in bonds to finance construction and improvements of the water, sewer, and gas systems. Specifically, an ongoing sewer project debate between the utilities and the council, during which the council discussed everything from taking over Paintsville Utilities to the decades of discussion without any success of getting utilities to Taze Branch for development.
I think what we're saying is that we as a council and as a city is stymied when you all come to us and ask for what, $4.9 million. We have to approve that, but yet whatever money
We
you
don't
take
get any
in, we
say
don't
so.
have access to.
And we don't have say-so.
And we
And
don't,
we don't have any say-so.
we only know what we're shown, that's it. I mean, we don't have, we don't actually,
I think that's what this council's saying.
And the council continued to discuss it and unanimously approved the loan for Paintsville Utilities. But a part of accepting that $4.9 million in bonds was to also pass another resolution that says that anyone in the future who builds a new structure in the floodplain in Paintsville would not be granted utility services. And with Paintsville still operating on about a 60-year-old flood map that they are in the process of updating, they tabled that second resolution until further discussion and information could be obtained. And one of the last topics to be brought forth was from Councilman Lewandowski, who suggested defunding the Main Street program for lack of success or progress, if you will, with the mayor and other members of the council suggesting that something was needed, but maybe more along the lines of reorganization. That topic, too, to be discussed at a later meeting. Satisfy your hunger and get a great deal on some famous home cooking at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe, where we started the under $5 daily specials. On Wednesdays, it's our 3-piece dinners, famous crispy or roast, any way you like it. Get a leg, thigh, and a wing, 2 sides, and a biscuit for only $4.99 or $3.99 after 4 o'clock, and you can get a breast, thigh, and a leg for just $1 more. All at Where We Cater, gatherings big or small, your Sagersville Lee's. Much more than diesel specialist, Black Smoke Performance is turning out excellent auto body collision paint and repair results with free quotes and estimates on everything from insurance jobs to that ding you got in the driveway. Custom lift kits, bed liners, winches, and accessories, and full diagnostics and repair on anything gas or diesel, from brakes to fluid changes to major auto repair. If you want it fixed, lifted, painted, customized, or just maintained, just call on the team at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville, 100 May Drive, or 349-8785. For work or play this summer for whatever you need, you can get it all for pennies on the dollar at Parkway Gun and Pawn. You can find tools, electronics, everything you can imagine, all for pennies on the dollar. And they'll loan you money today, cash, on anything worth $1 at Parkway Gun and Pawn, 349 Pawn. Yes, Logan makes the best truck bodies on the market, and they also have a fully stocked warehouse of dump body parts, PTOs, hydraulic pumps, hoists, anything you need to get back on the road. And they are a full-service steel and aluminum service center. They keep I-beam, channel, angle, pipe, round rod, rebar, expanded metal, sheet metal, and aluminum all in stock. And if you've got a big project, they do commercial manufacturing to your specs. Logan, since 1904. Before the evening last night, after the early show at least, a call came into McGoffin County 911 alerting local authorities in regards to an escaped inmate who had fled the custody of a Morgan County deputy jailer along the Mountain Parkway. From what I understand, according to authorities, the jailer was transporting the inmate, the suspect if you will, from Morgan County to the Big Sandy Regional Jail when the inmate, who was the sole one being transported, convinced the deputy that he desperately had to use the bathroom and it was a life or death situation, so to speak. It was either in the car or out of the car, to which the jailer finally obliged, and in an effort to try to keep him apprehended, the inmate still escaped and took off, handcuffed in the front, wearing the clothes that he had been arrested in, and ran across the parkway and onto Johnson Fork, Route 134. The McGoffin County Rescue Squad, using their drone, responded, as did the state police from Post 8, I believe they were, and other law enforcement agencies, including the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department, and searched the area for quite some time by air and by foot until darkness fell, but to no avail could they find the suspect. However, by this afternoon, while I don't have the details of how or where he was arrested, a Morgan County Sheriff's deputy is noted to have taken into custody the man that fled authorities. Reportedly, he was being arrested yesterday and actually was not going to be arrested. It was my understanding that Emmett Curtis Payton, 29 years of age, of West Liberty, was about to be cited by authorities, by a deputy in Morgan County, and that as the deputy was attempting to cite him for a violation, Payton started walking towards a residence and then refused to stop and attempted to elude the deputy on foot, and then was arrested officially and then was being brought to Johnson County. Now he faces charges of escape in the third degree, operating on a suspended license for which we believe he was initially stopped, no insurance, no registration, and fleeing or evading police to the second degree as well. The 29-year-old West Liberty man is still lodged at this hour, at last report, in the Big Sandy Jail where he was originally being transported to. And local and state police are still asking for your help in finding another man who escaped another Eastern Kentucky jailer. 30-year-old Thomas Price is who, as I told you more than a week ago, escaped custody of the McGoffin County jailer when he, along with 11 other inmates, were being transported and booked back into the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. Upon exiting the transport van, Price took off and ran in his orange jumpsuit, orange hair, and orange flip-flops. Now, he has been spotted and cited since, as recently as a few days ago, however, was not at that location upon arrival of state and Johnson County authorities, but is still believed to be in the area, and if he still has his orange hair, easily recognizable. Thomas Price has connections to the McGoffin and Johnson County area. He's wanted on charges not just for the escape now, but he was wanted on serious charges of theft from McGoffin and Johnson County by county authorities there, as well as state police who had another outstanding warrant in his name for theft charges. If you have any information about the whereabouts of Price, you can contact your local authorities in McGoffin, Johnson, or the Kentucky State Police as well. I'll be right back.
We are all human. Because we're not perfect, we tend to make mistakes. Unfortunately, some mistakes are severe and carry more consequences than others. If you have been hurt in a car wreck, a truck wreck, or because of someone's mistake, reckless or careless behavior, you deserve help with your medical expenses, lost wages, and serious permanent pain and injuries that you have been made to suffer and will continue to suffer for the rest of your life. If you have been injured, I can help. I'm attorney Don Wayne McFarland. Call me and let me go to work for you. 349-9000.
Wanting you to have a healthier life means providing access to quality, affordable health care. And to do exactly that, Hope Family Medical Center offers full dental care with Dr. Pratt and his team, a pediatrician team of 3 doctors and nurses and moms, complete health care by family physician Dr. Kelly Pratt and nurse practitioners Mildred Sizemore, Gail Faria, Shannon Conley, and Heather Blair. Behavioral health services with Kimberly Davis, with in-house lab testing and results, in-house x-ray and pharmacy, and all the caring, knowledge, and experience that these medical professionals represent
at Hope Family Medical Center.
Just in and just perfectly priced at Gateway Motors, this 2012 Nissan Rogue all-wheel drive. And this 2012 Ford Fusion, only $7,900. This 2011 Chevy Cruze, loaded up, $8,900. And it's a push-pull drag sale going on right now, which means however you can get it in, it's guaranteed to be worth at least $1,000. On this 2010 Nissan Sentra, priced at $7,900, or this 2011 Impala LT, priced under $8,000, and most payments under $200 a month. Come and check out Gateway Motors in Sagersville, 349 Cars.
July is here, and Appalachian Wireless is bringing the heat. We're giving up to $50 off any smartphone of your choosing this month. Samsung Galaxy S8, normally $149.99, now $99.99. Samsung GS7, normally $49.99, now only a penny. That's any smartphone up to $50 off its normal contract price. And it even includes the 128GB and 256GB models. Better hurry as supplies are limited. 2-year agreement required. Better service, bigger savings at Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company.
'Tis the season, as they say, with wedding and baby registry at the Seasonal Shop. And as always, an endless selection of new summer shades and styles and sizes for everyone, from design houses of Charlie Page and Mud Pie, with all the matching accessories to go along with them. Shoes, jewelry, hats, bags, scarves, and more. And new arrivals weekly with free local delivery. All from Fraser's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville. A tire more than 25% low, about 8 pounds, makes you 3 times more likely, and worn out tires 11 times more likely to be in a tire-related crash. Don't take your or their safety for granted. Come in for a free inspection, 6 months, no interest financing, the best price and best selection at Conley Tire in Staffordsville. Let's go on to calendar announcements, and I've got one just in, and if you're a golfer, stay tuned, because I'm not going to be able to tell you about it too many more times, and I don't have it typed up on the screen, so give me just a second to get that to you. First, let me remind you about our lost friend here, who I believe is still lost. This is Dixie. Dixie's a Boston Terrier, last seen last week in the Route 40 area near Adams Trailer Court, and Dixie is much beloved by her family and her neighborhood, and they're hoping that you can help them find Dixie. There's a phone number you can call at 367-2647 if you've seen Dixie anywhere in or around the neighborhood. And this just in, the North Magoffin Elementary School has announced through their principal, James Keith Isaac, an upcoming site-based meeting that has been canceled. The site-based regular scheduled meeting set for tomorrow at 4:30 has been canceled. They say that the meeting will be rescheduled. That rescheduled date is still to be announced. But as for now, tomorrow's site-based meeting at North Magoffin has again been canceled and to be rescheduled. The Substance Abuse Free Environment, our local SAFE coalition, has their regular monthly meeting a week from tomorrow. That's Wednesday the 19th, 1 o'clock in the health department in their community education room. These meetings, as always, open to the public, and everyone is encouraged and invited to attend, and I'll remind you in a few days, but a week from tomorrow for our next SAFE Coalition meeting here in Magoffin County. Don't forget the Water and Wine Food Pantry over at the Lakefront Church of God on Route 30 has set Senior Day for Tuesday the 25th, 8:30 till noon, and the regular day for food distribution at the pantry Wednesday the 26th, 8:30 till 3:30. And this is one of 2 golf outings that I've got to tell you about tonight. This one is actually the second one as far as the calendar is concerned. It's set for Friday, July the 21st. This is a 4-man scramble, $100 per person, and they have a lot of great prizes, and they'll be teeing off that morning at the Green Meadow Country Club in Pikeville. This is a fundraiser by the U-Pike football team. Golf, scramble, that's right, but a fundraiser for the U-Pike football team. You can contact assistant head coach Brian Williams with the football team at 794-9372 to get your name and team in. Brian is also the coach who's doing the free elementary camp here in Magoffin County tonight, and it's second night, and I'll be heading up tonight or maybe tomorrow night to get some footage and see how that's going. I think they had a really big turnout. Nevertheless, U-Pike golf outing Friday, July the 21st. With the announcement of the following golf outing just coming in today. And I spoke to Athletic Director Neil West of the high school, who thought that we already had this announcement, but we hadn't received it. This is Thursday for the annual Magoffin County High School Cheerleading Golf Scramble. That's day after tomorrow at Stonecrest. They're going to register. You don't have to do anything prior. But if you want to be a part of the scramble, you can register beginning at 8 o'clock this Thursday morning at Stonecrest. They'll tee off at 9. Now, this is also a 4-person scramble for $200 for the entire team, or $50 each. They also have whole sponsorships still available. This is the cheerleading team's biggest fundraiser of the year at the Magoffin County High School. They've done it for several years, and they hope that you can join them. So you don't have to do anything but show up that morning, register at 8, tee off with the rest of them at 9. I think they had well over a dozen teams last year. They'll have door prizes. They'll have trophies. You'll have a wonderful time. It's Stonecrest after all. And you'll support our Magoffin County High School cheerleaders. That's once again this Thursday, registration at 8, teeing off time at 9 at Stonecrest. And while I've been talking this whole time, of course, that's how you send announcements, birthdays, and anniversaries into the program so I can tell everyone about them. And we're going to go ahead and jump on over to your weather forecast. Nothing really to show or have to worry about on the radar. It's just been cloudy and it's been hot. And in fact, I'm still at 89 and holding here at the end of the 6 o'clock show. We'll fall to about 67 degrees tonight. Continued mostly cloudy skies. Not making any precipitation right now, and a southwest wind of about 5 to 10. A little brisk out there earlier today. Felt nice, but that will be becoming calm by the rest of the evening or by the evening's end. Tomorrow, though, midweek, temperatures well above the mid-80s. We'll see another sunny, hot day ahead. Sunny and hot at 91 degrees, with nighttime lows right around 70 tomorrow night under mostly clear skies. Our next chance of some precipitation rolls into town with a weak disturbance on your Thursday to the tune of a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms following some patchy fog in the AM, and temperatures will be knocked back down to about 86, 87 degrees as a result of the clouds, the weak disturbance, and some possible rain. 30% chance of showers actually lingers all the way through Thursday afternoon and Thursday night, with some patchy fog rolling on back in late Thursday night and into your Friday morning, which will be followed by another day into the mid-80s. We're going to get back closer to normal, 85, 67 for your high and low. And we'll also see mostly cloudy skies on your Friday, not much sunshine, but you'll see why. A likelihood we will see showers and possibly some thunderstorms on your Friday. I think I'll know more about the makeup of it by tomorrow, certainly, but it's going to be cloudy. It's going to be shower filled, not back-to-back or wall-to-wall, but we'll see some showers, possible thunderstorms that will bleed over into your weekend. Right now, Saturday looking to be around 84, 85. That chance of showers lingering up until about noon or so. From there, I think we'll clear up for the rest of your Saturday and weekend with mostly sunny skies for the rest of the first half of it at 84, and mostly sunny and clear on Sunday at 85. A pretty nice weekend in store, with the exception of those lingering showers that might keep us inside a little early on your Saturday and on the couch, which doesn't sound that bad. Next week, right now we're still looking at the mid-80s to roll right on after Sunday, Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, with some sunshine and shower chances pretty much each and every day at the start of next week.
So for now, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday while we're already working on headlines for tomorrow. Good night.